donde está la línea, la punta está bien definida, donde está bien.
My name is Stefan Austermuhle and I am the general manager of the Peruvian company Gemrock Peru. Gemrock Peru is a company that makes ethical crystal mining in Peru, and we also have a lapidary workshop where we use the raw material to produce spheres, hearts and any other kind of products that are made from such colorful stones like you find them here in Peru. And we are a global wholesaler attending retail shops all around the world in 4 continents with our products. Well, actually I've never had something to do with crystals or stones. I'm educated as a biologist. I have now about 35 years of a career in environmental conservation. I started working for Greenpeace Germany, because I'm German, when I was 18 years old. I started as a activist, if you want to say it like that. I have my own NGOs. I wrote books against animal mistreatment in Germany, and yeah, with 30 years of age I came to Peru. My first basically 20 years in Peru also did not have anything to do with rocks and crystals and stones, but rather with environmental conservation and research. And I have to say it was a very adventurous life.
Then we fought our way up the river Iscosacin and finally reached the river Muñiz in the entrance of the National Park Yanachaga-Chemillé. Our expedition team consists of me, Stefan Austermuhle, Executive Director of the Peruvian conservation group Mundo Azul, biologist and expedition leader, nature photographer Dos Winkel, nature photographers Tui Leroy and Mark Jones. The next morning we are continuing to work our way up the river Iscosacin. But soon the river gets too difficult to pass by boat. From now on we have to carry all our equipment. Suddenly there's a lot of chaos and excitement. Something had happened. One of our porters just had escaped a deadly snake attack. It was a so-called chuchupe of the genus Botrops, one of the most poisonous snakes in Peru.
What happened? What did the guy say that happened?
What the guy said was when they were walking up the side of the river, it was coiled up right where they usually are, right at the edge of the water.
Yeah.
And as he walked by, he saw it and jumped at the same time as the snake.
Wow.
So, struck. And apparently they can strike as much as a meter, and he said it missed him by just this much.
And they're deadly.
And he said you've got an hour.
An hour?
Yeah, if you get bitten you've got an hour to think about it.
Okay.
And
normally people would kill the snake, but here in the national park these animals have their place. So we set her free and wished her farewell, hoping to never meet her again.
I had the opportunity to travel the entire country, the desert, the Andes Mountains, the rainforest. I had the great privilege to work with indigenous communities, to work in protected areas.
Hola, ¿qué tal? Estamos en la comunidad Airija en Atalaya, Ucayali, y hoy día vamos a explorar la cueva Tambousco. A mi lado tengo al ingeniero Carlos Vargas del gobierno regional.
Muy buenos días, un saludo especial a todos ustedes de parte del gobierno regional de Ucayali.
Perfecto, y acá tengo los representantes de la comunidad nativa, a ver qué nos pueden decir ustedes.
Muy buenos días, estamos acá en la comunidad nativa de Airija para hacer una exploración del ecoturismo acá en la comunidad nativa de Airija.
Muy bien, vamos entonces, vamos. Okay, so we have arrived at the cave entrance. As you can see, it's very small. A lot of rocks have come down here and have closed the entrance. So one of the first things that we have to do, of course, in order to prepare that for tourism is to open the entrance a little bit. But in fact today what we're going to do is going to enter with all the people that have come with us and do something that has never been done before, trying to map this cave inside. So there's a lot of work, let's go. Ahí. Yeah.
I had the chance to become part of National Geographic archaeological research expeditions because I'm a diver and they were looking for submerged ruins. So I was one of the few people that have been diving in Lake Titicaca at 3,400 meters of altitude.
Stefan, is it okay?
Huh?
Okay?
I'm fine. It's just a little work here in this altitude.
Absolutely. So this actually is a spot where nobody has ever been diving before.
No, nobody has been
Okay,
diving.
so we don't know what to expect.
Well, from what we can see, there must be big rocks and plants in between.
Do you have any idea how deep you want to go?
Well, we are here in 3,800 meters
Yeah.
of altitude.
Yeah.
If we would go 25 meters deep, that would be like 40 meters in the ocean. We don't do that.
No. Okay.
We don't make any decompression dives. We stay in zero time. We have
Okay.
computers that work at altitude.
Right.
And we'll go down to between 10 and 15 meters, and then slowly
Work our
swim
way
to
up.
to the coast, so that we automatically decompress slowly.
Wow. Okay.
I believe today I'm the only and first diver in the Peruvian rainforest in rivers in order to make TV documentaries on nature. And as I said, I mean, it was a life of lots of adventures, incredible encounters with animals and nature, but also very hard conservation work. I used to help communities against big industrial projects. We could stop the construction of an entire industrial port in the Peruvian coast. I did a lot of undercover research. We worked with the Peruvian police in investigating the illegal trade in animals, the illegal trade with dolphin meat. I traveled undercover on fishing boats. Really, really dangerous stuff, I have to say. We also had the chance to help establishing protected areas, but if you do that kind of work, then you go up against big industrial forces, and that comes along with death threats, with the need to wear guns basically every day. So after many years of doing that kind of work and having family, having children, of course there comes a point when you say, well, maybe my death wish is a little lower by now. I rather should look for something a little bit less dangerous, or something that is out of the conservation world and doing business, but of course sustainable business, environmentally friendly business. That comes with the age, I guess, changes in life. So I went out of conservation basically and started to become an entrepreneur doing business. So when trying to start business, the first topic I was looking for was actually the entirely wrong one if you want to live a life that is less dangerous. Because we were thinking about making environmentally friendly gold mining without acids, without dynamite, using technology like gravity machines to extract the gold from the dust. A beautiful project. Yeah, it was really the wrong choice, because we were traveling like 2 or 3 years in the mining area, the entire Peruvian desert, to find a gold concession. And on these trips we were confronted with the harsh reality in gold mining areas, which are probably even more dangerous than conservation work. We actually did find dead people in the desert that must have been taking a violent end. And it was clear that that kind of business is condemning me to wear guns for the rest of my life, and so it was not really what I was looking for. Now, while traveling the Peruvian desert and looking for gold, we came across a stone, and that stone was called chrysocolla, which is a mineral from the upper layer of copper reserves. And I got immediately fascinated by this green, colorful stone. So we learned about lapidary, and that was my first contact with crystals and lapidary industry in Peru in the year 2016. So we immediately saw the business opportunity, and we bought about 3.5 tons of raw chrysocolla just to try it out. And we traveled with that stone in September 2016 to the famous Denver Mineral Show in the United States. And we were able to sell these 3.5 tons of chrysocolla within 3 days, which was an incredible success for us, very motivating. So when coming back, we said, okay, but we can do even more than that. We don't have to just buy raw stone and sell raw stone. We can actually add value and create products out of that raw stone in a lapidary workshop and give work to people and do it all ethically and environmentally clean. And that is how in January 2017 Gemrock Peru as a company was created, and since then we are working very hard to become a leader in quality of the products, which is very important to us, and to establish a company that is ethical, that has social responsibility, and keeps the environmental impact of mining and lapidary work as low as possible.